What is up, Aries? Welcome to your general timeless reading. These are timeless, so whenever you see this is when it's most meant for you. These are also general, so please keep that in mind throughout the reading. Check out your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Take the pieces that resonate and leave the rest. If you want a personal If you want a personal reading or a Reiki session, go ahead, book it down below through my website in the description box. All first-time clients get $10 off their first hour-long service, so go ahead and follow the instructions on how to claim that discount on my website. Other than that, check out Patreon if you want access to the monthly readings, energy shift readings, moon cycle readings, and weekly Patreon-only videos. And like, share, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel grow, and I greatly appreciate it. And let's get into it, Aries. Let's see what's going on for you guys. Let's start with Crystal Visions. That's actually really calling me for you. It's my Heart Space deck, Crystal Visions. If you're new to my channel, I don't focus on anything in particular. It's just what you most need to hear. But typically with this deck, it is about dynamics with other people. So that could mean romance. It could just also mean your own heart space healing. Okay? Aries, show me what I most need to see for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Ooh. Show me what I most need to see for Aries. Show me a waterfall. Unknown card. Wow, then the Fool and Judgment. So you have three majors, basically. The unknown card is unique to this deck. Clarity about what direction you want to go in, because your soul finally knows. What is this that we're holding on to, though? I just heard past resentments, Queen of Cups in reverse. This feels like past resentments with the Queen of Cups and the Four of Pentacles, and Queen of Cups is in reverse. Unknown card, unique to this deck. It's kind of like the Moon when it's in reverse. It's clarity. The Fool, Uranus, Aquarius energy. Judgment, Pluto, Scorpio energy. Four of Pentacles, Capricorn, and the Queen of Cups, Cancer. This feels very positive. It feels like very, very quick forward momentum, and then like we hit a brick wall. I can't shake this, like holding on to past resentments. Aries. Page of Swords. I feel like you want clarity from somebody. You really want to talk to somebody about this. King of Swords. There they are. King of Wands. There they are. Knight of Swords in reverse. Ten of Cups in reverse. There it is. There it is. The World. But it's done. It's done. You're not going to get this closure. You're not. I know you don't like me right now. It's not going to happen. I actually talked about this in Leo's reading last week. I believe it's the last week's Leo reading. We talked about closure because a lot of people in the collective right now want closure because there's a lot of cycles closing out, and there's a lot of people who are not going to get closure via the other person. You're going to find closure within yourself. This individual is not going to come in with the Page of Swords. You might have communication with this person. It's not going to be the communication that you want. There's a craving for communication with this Page of Swords. But with this Knight of Swords in reverse, it feels like conflict. It does feel like conflict. And it feels conflict around the Ten of Cups that was lost. Especially with a King of Swords and a King of Wands upright. This person's like a straight shooter. Like, they're very knowledgeable, they're very smart, they're very straightforward, they're very blunt, they're very confident. This Queen of Cups is very resentful, though. There's a lot of anger on the Queen's side. I feel like this king tries to act respectful, but I feel like because they act that way, it actually makes the queen that much more mad. Because the queen, I feel like the queen, like, you ever get to that place where, like, and we're all human, right? We're human. You don't have to be love and light all the time. We're human. It's a human experience. But it's almost like the queen's in this place of, like, being so angry with this person and so hurt by this person, because anger comes from being hurt. They are so hurt that it's like, although they're trying to work from a place of kindness and honesty with the queen, it's kind of pissing the queen off that much more. It's kind of like, don't be nice to me. I kind of want to be mad at you right now. Even though they don't want to be mad, they do want closure, but they're so mad that they kind of just want to be mad. And they don't see that. Oh, I know. They need to see that though. They need to see that because that's what they need to let go of. Ooh. Ooh, ah. That's a tough one. Okay, we're going to use Rider-Waite because this is kind of like one of those readings where we just got to be a little blunt with it. Let's get into it because there's a new cycle coming in. There is, but this is what's holding us back from all this goody-goody, because this feels totally different. This feels like a very clear, happy, positive energy, but this is all the gunk that's stopping us from closing out the cycle completely. Oh, I love that. And what's underneath? The 8 of Cups, and walking away from the conflict, from the defeat, from the betrayal, from the being backstabbed. 5 of Swords. Underneath that, the 5 of Wands, the drama, the 2 cards of change, 5s, right? So we're going to leave this over here. Let's dig into, because this feels like a past energy, and this feels like where we're trying to go, but we can't go because of all this gunk that we're stuck in. Kind of like me. We don't like that. We don't like that. Okay, so let's look at our queen and this 4 of Pentacles. Okay. Let's see. Let's look at the 4 of Pentacles. For Aries. Ten of Pentacles. And the 8 of Cups. Between the 10 and the 4 is a 6 of Pentacles. This queen is really angry because she invested a lot of time and energy into this foundation with this king, and now is basically being told that she has to let it go and walk away. It was very stable, very stable. It's a 10 of Pentacles energy. They don't want to let it go, but there's a lot of anger. There's a lot of anger on this queen's side. Anger, hurt. I heard emotional manipulation. I want to look at the queen. 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, they have no interest in working with this king right now. They don't. I don't think that this king feels that way though. I think the king understands where the queen's coming from. As much as the queen might not say that, I feel like the queen's like, no they don't, no they don't. I think the king does. Like, even if the king did the queen dirty, yeah, because they're a true pair. They're a true pair. King to the Queen of Wands. They're a true pair. But this queen does not want to work with this king right now. Because they're hurt. They're emotionally shut down. They're emotionally shut down, and when a Queen of Cups is in reverse, their intuition's also a little off. Because a Queen of Cups is very intuitive, but they're working from the ego, from that hurt, from that pain, from distorted feminine. Let's look at the Page of Swords. Queen of Wands, Aries energy, but Leo for me as a reader. Page of Swords, 5 of Swords, and the 6 of Swords. Hey, I really want to talk about the conflict between us because I want to move on from it. That's what the queen wants. They want to talk about the conflict. They want to move on from it. They do want to release it. But there's so much anger and hurt and feeling betrayed that it's like, I do want to talk about it, but then my emotions get the best of me. My emotions get the best of me, and I'm not able to have that conversation right now. And they're really struggling with that. Let's look at this King of Swords. 5 of Swords, 6 of Swords is Aquarius energy. King of Swords, Aquarius energy. Wow. 10 of Cups, the Devil, Knight of Pentacles in reverse, and the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. 10 of Cups, Pisces, Capricorn energy with the Devil, Virgo with the Knight of Pentacles, and Taurus with the 6 of Pentacles. This King of Swords has a lot of love for this queen. They're very bound to this queen, but they recognize that it's imbalanced, that it's toxic. And that's probably why they're not investing in it. They're kind of like, I can't reach out to you because I realize the anger and the low vibrational energy within us. Like, I understand that there's a lot of love here. I understand how strong of a connection we have. But I also understand the things that are working against us, the imbalance between us. I also understand the anger that's between us. I also understand the unequal give and take, whether it be from the king's side or the queen's side or both people's side, because that unequal give and take can be emotional, it could be material, it could be mental, it could be communication, it could be so many levels of things, but it takes two people in this dynamic, and they recognize where the imbalances are. Like I said, I feel like this queen looks at this king and they're like, they don't see it. I feel like the king does see it. I think that the queen's so angry that they're not really giving the king a chance or the benefit of the doubt. I think the king does see the situation clearly. They are willing to work with this queen. I think the queen's really pissed off though, like really mad. And I'm not saying that the queen doesn't have a right to be mad, but I'm just saying it's not benefiting the situation right now, because there is space and there is room for this to be fixed if they were willing to communicate. But because they both clearly want to fix it. They want to move on from the conflict. They do. With the Page of Swords, it's kind of like, hey, let's fix this. Let's move from the 5 to the 6. Let's move to calmer waters. So let's look at the King of Wands, because that's the true pair energy. Yep, there's the 6 of Wands. The victory. Give me the recognition. Give me the benefit of the doubt. Like, let's have something amazing here. Let's make this victorious. Let's come out of this on the better side of it, right? Yep, but then we have this. The pride getting in the way of the Queen of Cups. They know the queen still loves them, but it's this ego, the pride getting in the way of the second chance with the King of Wands. And now we have the true pair again, the King and the Queen of Wands. They want the second chance with this queen. They do. But that Queen of Cups energy, that ego, the fear, the anger, the resentment, it's all blocking the queen. So let's look at the Knight of Swords in reverse, because I feel like this is the king's energy of like, there's no point in me pursuing and fighting for this to be right, because this queen's very shut off from me right now. It's just not the time, right? There's no point in me fighting to fix this right now. I might as well just keep waiting, because this queen is not receptive to my energy. Knight of Swords in reverse. There's no point in me pursuing. There's no point in me going forward and trying to communicate. This queen is not receptive. I might as well wait. That's what this energy is. I want to fix it. I want to fight for it, but I can't do it right now. Let's look at the Ten of Cups in reverse. Wow. Death. Yeah. The ending. The ending of the connection. They're letting it go for right now. And the World. Two cyclic energies. Basically saying the form that this connection has taken, the king's recognizing, I need to let this queen go right now. I need to let her go right now, because they're not open to me. They're not receptive to me. How sad is that? But don't forget, we still have the Fool and Judgment over here. And the Unknown card. So let's look at the Unknown card. Let's see what this is about. For Aries. I just heard Pisces. Chariot. And the Five of Pentacles. I just heard I don't want to feel this loss. I feel like this is somebody coming out of the cold. Even though the Five of Pentacles is upright, I feel like this is somebody like, okay, I don't want to feel this anymore. I don't want to feel without my person anymore. The Chariot, right? It's most likely the feminine, right? Because underneath the feminine is the Hierophant in reverse, followed by the Seven of Swords, realizing that they lost this connection, realizing that they might have self-sabotaged this connection by their behavior, right? By their ego getting in the way. Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is returning to the crime. It's returning to the scene, understanding like, dang, my behavior, not saying it's the queen's fault, but just recognizing that they had the opportunity to reconcile with this king and they both wanted to communicate. They both wanted to fix it. But the anger, the resentment was stopping it, and it wasn't time. So the king allowed the queen the space to heal. And now the queen has had that space, and they're having their aha moment. Like, okay, I'm ready now. I'm going to come out of the cold, and I'm going to move forward. Chariot. It's time. Divine timing. Universal energy. Cancer energy. Let's look at the Fool. We'll see. We will see if this king is still around. Let's look at the Fool. Queen of Pentacles. There's the Queen now. See? Now the Queen is upright, stable, grounded, confident. Mini Empress energy. Very nice. Capricorn energy. Tell me about the Fool. The Star, Lovers in reverse, and the Ace of Swords in reverse. Bottom of the deck is the King of Swords in reverse and the Six of Cups. Right? I want my person back. The Divine Timing. The Queen, understanding that they want the new beginning, that what they wish for is that connection. And they might not have been honest with themselves about that, with the Ace of Swords in the reverse, right? They're seeing their own distortion. Tell me more about the Fool. Page of Cups, and there's the offer, right? Page of Cups is the vulnerability, the offer of love. Let's look at the Judgment. Four of Cups in reverse, opening up the heart space, no longer rejecting this king. Page of Swords, there's the communication. Because remember, the Page of Swords was clarified by the Five of Swords and the Six of Swords originally. Hey, let's get over the conflict. Let's move towards calmer waters. Tell me about Judgment. And now they want that, and that's the correct decision, because Judgment is about what the soul wants. Queen of Swords in reverse, Three of Cups in reverse, and the Ten of Wands. This is a very stubborn queen, let me tell you. It's almost like this queen is second guessing this reconciliation because it's creating a lot of burden, right? And again, this feels like it's the ego getting in the way. The Queen of Swords, do I really want to do this? Because I already turned them down once, and now if I come back and I try to reconcile, am I going to look silly? It kind of feels like that with the Ten of Wands in reverse. Two of Wands, yeah. They have the world at their fingertips. And as soon as they overcome that distortion, they can embody this Empress energy, this very divine feminine energy. It's all helping this queen upgrade into out of distorted feminine into divine feminine. Because they're seeing how they self-sabotage their dynamics by sitting in a lot of fear, by sitting in a lot of scarcity mindset, by overthinking and questioning what they really want, by quite frankly caring too much about how the other person is going to react, right? Stop that. Stop. Just stop. You can only control your actions. You can't control somebody's reaction. You can control your actions and your reactions. You cannot control or know in advance somebody else's reaction, even by watching tarot videos, because it reads energy. It is energy. This person that you're watching this reading for has free will. So even if a tarot reading tells you, oh, they're going to do this or they're going to do that, their free will can still make that outcome different. Because it's a general reading. Even if you had a personal reading, it is energy. It is not their free will choice. Because remember, they have fears too. And so let's say you do something. Their fear, their anxiety can get in the way, and their free will can influence how they react. Right? Mind blown, right? That's human nature. That is the thing. So what you're doing is exactly what your person was seeing and calling you out for, which is why they weren't approaching you. And that's exactly what's blocking you from embodying this Empress energy. But that is the lesson. That is the lesson. So let's look at the world. It's helping you get out of all this distorted energy and realize that there's no point in worrying. There's really no point in worrying about how somebody's going to react, what they're going to say, what they're going to do in regards to what you say or what you do. Because you can't control it. Yeah. What needs to stop is holding on to the need to control and know everything, the outcome, reactions, all of that. You need to surrender. You need to surrender. Because you're not always going to know, and that's okay. Five of Cups in reverse. Letting it go. It's my card of getting over it. Stop crying over spilt milk. Stop overanalyzing. Seven of Pentacles. Okay, I think that's it. We got one more. On the world. One more on the world for Aries. Thank you. Four of Wands and the Page of Wands in reverse. because this is your wounded child's fear of not having the stable foundation that you envision, right? When you have a certain expectation in your mind and you have the sense of control about how to get that Four of Wands, that foundation, whether it be with a person, a job, a home, whatever the environment is that you're trying to create, and you have that expectation and things aren't meeting your expectations, it's almost like setting yourself up for failure, because the only thing that you can control is yourself, your action and your reaction, your thoughts, and what you manifest into your reality. External things like other people, you cannot control. You cannot. And that's a big reason why it's standing in the way of you embodying this Empress energy. And it's almost like you're looping with this person. And it could be multiple energies that you have this pattern with. But that needs to stop, my dear. It needs to stop because it's blocking your Ace of Pentacles. It's blocking your new cycle. Okay? Just relax. You're already an Empress. You're already in that energy. But you need to believe that you're in that energy, because the Empress is a receptive energy. They attract. They attract everything. Okay? But in order to embody an Empress energy is very present moment energy. They don't worry about the future or the past. They live in the infinite now. They understand that everything happens in this moment. So I'm grateful for today. In this moment, I'm getting closer and closer to my goals. In this moment, I'm exactly what and where I'm supposed to be. Everything is happening exactly at the time it needs to happen. The universe is always pouring its abundance onto me, right? I'm receiving with grace and gratitude right now, okay? Things of that nature. Those kinds of affirmations, sitting in that energy, is going to help you embody Empress energy very quickly, okay? But this is what I have for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. This was a doozy, but I love you. Good luck on your journey. Like, share, subscribe, check out Patreon. And if you want a personal reading or a Reiki session, go ahead, book it down below. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.